Okay, so now it's time to learn how to tune your ukulele. Now, you may be asking, why is that so important? Well, let's find out why that's so important.
Never had one lesson.
See why it's so important?
So the first task is to decide whether or not we have the same note or a different note when we're listening to two strings. Can you tell, is this the same or is this different? Those were different. How about this? And those were the same. Try this one. And yes, those were different. Last one, tell me if these are the same or if they're different. And those were slightly different, just slightly. That's the beginning of tuning, being able to hear the difference.
So here we have the ukulele, or at least a representation of the ukulele. And as we've discussed before, here's the head, the neck, the body, the strings, and here are the frets and the fret spaces. We're going to call this the first fret, second fret, third fret, fourth fret, and fifth fret. My ukulele doesn't have the dot in the third fret, but it does have the fifth fret. So when you watch the video, you'll be able to see that. It's very important that you know which fret is which as you're going, because once you get on the tuning pegs, you need to be able to have everything ready to go with your ukulele. So here's what is next. The first string we pretty much always start with is the top string. For the ukulele, we call this the fourth string. You can see it up here in this. The fourth string is the first one that we're going to tune. So here we go. So one of the ways that we can tune is using an app. You're not always going to have an app though. Okay, you might have, you may be hiking, you might be wherever. So here's one though that I found, and you can just click on each one of these notes. You could tune to all of them, but I don't think that you really want to. You want to tune. So here's a G. Sounds pretty good. We're okay. Okay, but you can also do it with a visual meter. And you can see it's kind of hanging around the G, but it's not really all the way up to it. So as we tune, that's too sharp. Yeah, we're close. This is, really picky. A little bit under. Really, there we go. That's pretty good. And now we can tune the rest of the ukulele to that string. But if you don't have a tuner, you can just kind of guess on the first string, tune everything else to it. It's going to pretty much stay in tune most of the time. Okay, so once we have that tuned, it's time to move on to the next step, which is the other strings. Once you have your first string tuned, which is actually your fourth string, the top string, then you're going to tune the rest of the strings to that string, because you're not always going to have a tuner with you, you're not always going to have a piano with you, but you'll always have your top string or your fourth string. So go to your fifth fret on your fourth string, and the next string is going to be 1 octave below that, and this is going to be the hardest one to hear. That's not the same, right? So, that's the note I'm looking for. So now I start tuning. Bum, 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 bum. Now I'm close. Sounds good for a second. We'll see if that's worked. Then go to your third string, which is the second string down, third string, 4th fret for this one. So that one's way off. Bum, bum, bum. That's the note we're looking for. Bum, bum. Now, are they the same? That sounds slightly low. There we go. Then, for your second string, go to the 5th fret again. So 5th fret on this string, then 4th fret, and then back to the 5th fret on this one. So that's off. Sounds pretty good. Did you notice that the whole time I'm playing as I'm tuning? I'm not turning and then playing to see if it's right. I'm playing so I can hear it happen. That's slightly out. Still slightly flat. There we go. Sounds right. Now I can play some chords. Sounds right. And now my ukulele's in tune. All right. Now it's time for you to practice up. Once you get to the point where you can tune your ukulele and you're very confident about that, come set up a time with me or just come and show me while detune your ukulele, and we'll see if you can actually make it work. All right. Have fun.